Today is a special day, my friends, and the reason for this speciality is right in this box. And everybody who's experienced with RCs knows what company is well known on the market and was the first one that just is using these wooden box. And without further ado, let's start the unboxing and the first quick review on this very special RC truck. So yes, for those of you who are experienced with the market know that this box is coming from ScaleART, a very well-known manufacturer all over the world, and they have a great experience in modeling RC trucks and so far are doing a very good job. And so far today I'm really excited to share with you this RC truck. It is a brand new model. It is the only one on the worldwide market, and it is very special. So let's open the box and let's see what's inside. Ta-da! There it is! It is the brand new UNIMOG from Mercedes-Benz, and this RC truck is just amazing. Look at the level of details you will find. Look at the details and therefore just go through it and watch the details. You might know that always when something looks like the real thing, it is because there are just so many details that have been made in the model that you really get the impression of looking at the real machine, at the real truck. And in this case, the UNIMOG from Mercedes-Benz made by ScaleART is such a good example. It is, on the first view, you might get the impression it's a simple model. It's just an RC truck with 4 wheels, a cabin and something you can put on, but it is not, because you have so many details. It just looks like the real thing. And as you know, what I always love is when something is made almost fully out of metal. And in this case, it is almost fully made out of metal. All the things you see, the bumper, the frame, the rims, the cabin, all the things are made out of metal, and so far it is really, you get the impression of having something valuable holding in your hands, and it looks just pretty awesome. And what you can see is that you can open the doors, for example, and when you see how much space is between the door and the frame, you will see that this really looks awesome. It is well engineered, and they told me from ScaleART that it took them more than 3 years to develop this thing, and it really took a long time until they were ready to produce this really nice RC truck. The level of detail, sorry for repeating me, is just amazing. You're getting the impression of something real standing in front of your table. This is really cool. So what are the specs of this thing? First of all, as always, we would like to see what are the measurements. So far I'm getting the ruler. So there is the ruler, the well-known ruler. And by the way, I'm not getting sponsored by Obi. This is a German DIY market. I'm not getting sponsored by them. So the length from the front bumper to the rear is somewhere around 42 centimeters. The width is somewhere around, okay, I'm going from one fender to the other. This is around, this is not 100% exactly what I'm doing here, but it is around, let me see, 19 centimeters. And the height is around, yeah, let's say like this, 22 centimeters. And its weight is, I checked it on the website, it's around 5 kilograms. And the cool thing is, what I already mentioned, is just look at the amazing details. Look at, for example, at these screws. They are so tiny. I don't know how to screw them in the holes, but they are really tiny. I hope you can see it. And look at the door and the frame, the space between the door and the frame. This is really, let me open the door. This is really cool and very precise. Look in at the interior. And the cool thing is, what I already mentioned, is that everything is made out of metal. So yeah, this is just nice. You know that something made out of metal is just better than made out of plastic. The only thing is that doing something at this detail level out of metal is just more complicated and more expensive. And I hope that you can have a closer look into the interior. If not, I will get the camera later on. Really, really cool. And the coolest thing about this RC truck is that it doesn't just look like the real thing, it drives like the real thing. And I'm not kidding, my friends, it really drives like the real thing. Because the cool thing is that the frame, I hope that you can see it, I'm trying to demonstrate it. The frame is very flexible. Can you see this? And this is like the real thing. The frame is very flexible, and so far you get the necessary flexibility in rough terrain to climb up the hills and down hills without losing the contact to the ground. So this is amazing. The frame is very flexible, and have a closer look underneath. What you see here is really cool. You see a frame made out of metal, you see driving shafts, a gearbox in the center. It's the three shift gear. Maybe this perspective is better for you. And also see the detail level underneath, and everything has a function. To just relax and enjoy this picture. Maybe you just push the pause button on your player, because I think this view is overwhelming. Have you ever seen something on an RC truck looking like this? To be honest, I haven't. So this is really cool, and what you also see is that you have these leaf springs. They are really cool because they are also very flexible, and they just make it possible to climb up and down the hills. By the way, I will show you in a short film in this video how it looks when it's climbing. Don't miss it. This is just overwhelming. And so far, like the real thing. Now check out what I'm showing you. Let's do it like this, I think. No, like this. See these stones, these pallets of stones. And what you now see here is, did you expect it? All 4 wheels have contact to the ground. See what I mean? All 4 wheels do have contact to the ground. And this is exceptional. There is, and check your RC truck that you have at home, there is, as far as I know, no RC that can do this like this. This is like the real thing. And it is, by the way, still driving when you do this. It's not just for demonstration. This is so cool. Give you a fourth perspective. And you can see that the tires are still on the ground. The left back tire. And the cool thing is, because this UNIMOG does have, like the real thing, these very cool, I'm not sure how you name it in English. In German you say Portalachsen, portal axles. These axles are very special. Usually you have the tire, and right in the middle is the axle of the tire. This means that the space between the axle and the ground is limited, because the center of the tire is where the axle goes in. When you check out the portal axles, and the axle is not in the center, it is at the top. So far the clearance, the ground clearance, is doubled. And so far you have no problem with any obstacles at all. And this is why the UNIMOG can just drive through rough terrain if it were nothing. And this is really cool. And they, from ScaleART, they really managed it to transport this capability, or into the model. And when you drive it, you really get the feeling of driving an UNIMOG. And I'm not kidding, my friends. I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you the truth. So, what else can we show? For sure, we will just start the engine in a few seconds, because you should see how it looks when it's driving on the table. You can open the doors, as you already saw. And the cool thing is that underneath this hood, we have the battery. And this is really cool. This is also cool because they designed, by the way, everything you see on this truck has a new design. This has been designed for this truck. All the parts are new. Maybe these beacon lights are old ones, but all the other things are new. Everything has been designed and developed for the UNIMOG. And they also, for sure, designed this battery. It is a 2000 milliampere hours battery. It's the lithium ion with an integrated balancer in there. You just put it to your charger and you don't have to think about anything. And the cool thing is, as you can see, there's no cable. The plug is integrated in the battery. And therefore, this is also the first time for me that you just put something in your truck, push it, close the door, and that's it. Cool? So, I think before I show you how it drives in rough terrain for the first time, by the way, I will give you a quick overview how it looks when you start it. First thing, really cool. Any idea where is the on-off switch? Any suggestions? Where is it? Okay, I will just show it to you. Can you see this AdBlue tag right there? I will turn on the radio first. This is, by the way, the big SA5000 commander from ScaleART. You can get, I suggest, when you're interested in this UNIMOG, you can get a smaller one just for the UNIMOG. It is much cheaper than the SA5000. It is just under 1,000 euros, I think around 700 euros. It is perfect for driving the UNIMOG. You don't need this big one for it, but I have this one. So this is the SA5000. Some say the best radio on the market. And so I turn it on, and the flashing lights just indicate that the model is not yet bind to the radio. And the on-off switch is the AdBlue, what is it? Deckel in German. What is Deckel in English? I don't know, but I hope you know what I mean. The AdBlue thing. You just push this one. Did you hear the door slam? And now this everything is engaged. So you have lights, I guess right here. You have these nice lights at the back. As always, you have these nice positioning lights, and at the front. And for sure, we can turn out the hazard lights at the front and at the back. And we have these beacon lights. And by the way, these rooftop lights like this. So now all lights are engaged, and let's see how it drives. 3 gears. There's a 3-gear shift in there. And when driving it just on the road, you just are using the rear axle to power the UNIMOG. So it's just powered by the rear axle. It's a 2-wheel drive. When you're going through rough terrain, you just engage the 4-wheel drive. And if it's even getting rougher, you can engage the diff locks. So now it's just the 2-wheel drive. So this is how it looks, and this is the first gear. And what you see here, what you can see here is that it really can be controlled very smoothly, right? And this is, as you know already when you're watching my channel, this is always important, that you can smoothly control your RC truck. And doesn't this look nice? How it drives? And I don't know if you already realized that also the number plate, there's a light. See right here? And you can, if you like, you can do it like this. Is this nice? So, and the last thing you didn't see it, or better, you didn't listen to right now, is you didn't listen to the sound of the UNIMOG. And there I have to tell you something. At the moment, in my opinion, the sound is really great. It is, without further additions, it is really great. But it wouldn't be ScaleART if they say this is okay, because this is a standard sound from Servonaut, a very well-known German manufacturer of sound modules, and they're developing the UNIMOG sound, the sound from the real machine, and this will follow. This RC truck will get the real sound from the real machine. So let's turn on. Let's turn on the sound, and yeah, let's do it. And listen to it and tell me in the comments, how do you like it? So what do you think? Is it cool? I think that what the really cool thing is that you have a good sound impression. This is a strong sound, and it is so close to what you're doing, driving forward, backwards. It is just there's no time lag or something like this, and yeah, just giving a real experience, I guess. And I'm looking forward to the real sound. This might be even better than this one. So, but without further ado, let's check how it drives in rough terrain, and you will see differences between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive and the diff locks, engaged or not engaged. Just 2-3 minutes video, and then we will come back. So, what was your impression? Is this cool? Can you see how it drives? This is a truck, this is a model truck, and isn't it cool how it drives? Doesn't it look like the real thing, and how smooth you can control it? I really love it. And this was the first unboxing, the review of the UNIMOG. There will be many videos coming showing it, how to drive it, how it can go through rough terrain. And so ensure that you will follow my channel, subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please give a thumb up. And if you have questions, please ask me in the comment box below. I will give you answers as quick as possible. And yeah, by the way, I hope you liked the video, and yeah, the very first impression of this really cool truck. And until then, I have my fingers crossed. Stay healthy and stay safe, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.